Hey everyone, happy Red Friday and welcome to another episode of Red Friday Reviews. Today on Red Friday, sponsored by Mendo Medical, we're going to take a look at Cool Mint oral pouches, otherwise known as Go Bags by 61 Charlie. So what we have here is another option. If you're not into smoking or vaping, you like edibles, capsules, oils, this is another great option. So I'll start off actually, and I'll show you the packaging. So there's the packaging for 61 Charlie's Go Bags. And before I get into really kind of going through the product and a little bit and show you some stuff, maybe I'll give you a little bit of background. So I love the veteran influence on this with 61 Charlie. So these Go Bags for me personally, and probably other veterans who see them and hear the name Go Bag, they're thinking probably two things, especially once you see this little round container. So the first thing is, in the military, a Go Bag was a bag which was essential to have the minimal things you needed to be productive on mission, overseas on deployment, or just working in garrison through the day or whatever it is you might be doing. So a Go Bag could have little things like your lunch. It could have stuff like your meds. It could have tools. It could have whatever you needed to function and whatever you needed as a minimal. And a Go Bag was generally a smaller bag. It wasn't like your big rucksack. It was a smaller bag. And no matter where you were going, you could just grab this bag in 2 seconds and you were gone. You usually had it packed and ready to go, the same as these little things. The other thing which this reminds me of, and I'm not trying to compare it to tobacco products, but the Skoal containers in the military, and a lot of people in the military used to use Skoal. And here's one of the reasons why, and here's why I think this is very innovative. So as a medical patient, you generally need time to sit down and prepare a joint. You need to go grab whatever, unless it's an edible or something like that. These here are meant to be basically grabbed. You can take the pouches out of there, put them in your mouth, and you have hands-free options for doing whatever you need to a little while as you're working and you're still medicating. So there's a little bit of military background for you and why this for veterans. It instantly resonates and reminds of military. Now, for me, this is a good way. I still grab Go Bags all the time. I still have little backpacks ready to go if I'm heading out for the day or I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Maybe even going to the beach or whatever, you always have a Go Bag. It's just one of those things. And I love this because this is very small, discreet, and easy to transport. You can throw this in your pocket. It is childproof. So if you're going to try and get into it, you have to push down. Not hard. You don't need a lot of strength or whatever, but push down, turn, and then you can unscrew it and you gain access to all the little pouches inside. These pouches I'll show you one of the pouches there. Do not eat or swallow these. And these pouches just go between your gum and lip, up, low, doesn't matter, wherever you decide you want to put it, that's more comfortable. And it just kind of goes in there, push her down. And now I'll do the rest of our Red Friday reviews while I have that in. And as you can see, you don't really notice. It's very discreet. Each one of these small pouches is 10 milligrams. The cultivar for these, for me, is unknown. I'm not sure what the cultivar is, but it's meant to give you a balanced experience. And it's also going to give you calm and focus. So in the future, I know there's been some discussions. You're going to see these have CBD and probably other cannabinoids in them. Right now, all they're available in is THC, which is not a bad thing. I'm not trying to say that like it's a bad thing, but they have THC and there are different flavors. So this one is a Cool Mint. It's actually quite nice, almost freshens your mouth as it's in there. I really like them. So like I said before, with the edible in there, it is classified as an edible, and the way it works is absorbed sublingually through the mouth. Do not swallow these. Do not chew these. Once you're done, I would just spit it out and be done with it. Now, these will start kicking in 10 to 15 minutes. You will get a maximum of 60 minutes out of one of these pouches. If you finish this up, say you're at it 20 minutes, you have the pouch in, you're like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I don't think I need any more cannabis. You just take it out. I would throw it away. Do not put this somewhere else to save it for later. I know sometimes the way we work, the way things are today, with trying to save money and that sort of thing, you are going to have bacteria on this once you're done. You could have food particles and things in your mouth. You're not going to want to sit that somewhere, especially in the dark, and leave it fester and then put that back in your mouth. My recommendation for that is throw it out. Next time you need one, grab a fresh bag. I find these very great throughout the day. They're very easy. So like I said before, instead of taking a lot of prep time, you can have this sitting in your pocket, take that out, throw one in. Takes all of 4 seconds, and really most people won't know what you're doing. Random person around or whatever, and they seen you kind of talking, they would probably just think it's Skoal or something like that. Probably wouldn't even give it a second thought. But as you can see, you don't really notice while talking. You don't really notice while you're out and about in your day. You will start to feel the effect, and at that point, you want to take that out. So the effect for these ones is very calm and balanced. I really like these. I find these are fantastic through the day. Say you're sitting, relaxing, decompressing, playing video games. You've got that in there. You're getting an effect. For some people, they like to feel that something is still there. For example, you have an edible, and in a few seconds, you've eaten it, and it's gone, and you almost forget about it. Something like this, it's kind of somewhat noticeable. If you're sitting there and playing a video game, or you're doing something else, you're writing or you're reading or you're whatever, and this thing is in, you can kind of keep an eye on it. You obviously check the time. I very much look forward to the future development of these products with more flavors and more cannabinoids. If you're a veteran or a medical patient and you're starting to use these, I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear how they work for you, any pros and cons. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have an excellent Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day and have an awesome weekend.